Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, and man, oh man, that was a nail biter right there. I know it was preseason and all, but damn, that was Jake Moody. I swear he might give me a heart attack during the season. But big ups for him making the game time field goal, then going on out there making the game winning field goal. That was awesome, man. Just drove right now to the gym, man. Driving, I saw a dude all tatted out. You knew he was a Raider fan because he was all tatted out. He was walking all sad. I saw him. He was carrying his jersey, man. Just the walk of shame, baby. He looked pretty sad. But hey, just preseason. But it was good. It was a good game, man. But I want to talk about like individuals, man. Individuals. That's what really matters right there. Because a lot of guys aren't even gonna make this team. Most guys. So we got to look at these young cats, see how they're looking. And one guy I want to make a video on, talk about, is Jacob Robinson, man, cornerback out of BYU, undrafted free agent. And there's quite a bit of undrafted guys out there that have looked promising this offseason, man. But the dude that stood out today, as far as undrafted free agents, was Jacob Robinson, man. Jacob Robinson looked really good out there. Sticky ass coverage, and you didn't hear his name called really at all. Why? Because the dude was freaking on everybody, whoever it was, like white on rice, man. He was absolutely phenomenal out there. And that's two good preseason games right there. I liked his first game against the Broncos. He made a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, just read the play like nothing. He did have one missed tackle in that first game, which, you know what, it happens. It was, I guess, his low light, but that's all he did. You know, he looked really good against the Broncos. And then again, today I thought he was awesome out there. You know, they didn't even they probably looked that way a few times, but just didn't throw his way, man, because he was on the. I rewatched a little bit, just kept going back and forth, like watching how's he looking. Seen the replays, and I'm like, dude, this guy's like right on these guys, and he's had such a great camp. You know, I think he's up there leading the team as far as pass breakups. Every day in camp, he was having pass breakups, and coming on the big stage, man. You know, this is, I guess, his preseason, but still, for these young guys, this is the big stage, and he looked really good. He looked really good out there today, so I was impressed, man. As far as I know, the first cuts come, I think they're pretty much soon. They're soon. So he's a guy that there's no way in hell you could be cutting this guy if he's playing this well, not giving up anything at all. You know, it just looks like he looks the part. I know one thing, his knock is he is pretty thin. Like, is he like barely like 200 now? I know he was like 180, 170 at BYU. Then he started to get a little muscle on him, but I don't even think he's 200. No, I think he's like 180, something like that. But the dude, if you can't catch the ball, if you're covering the dude, that's fine, dude. And he's, even as a tackler, though, that he was known to be a thumper right there at BYU, even for someone his light size. But overall, man, he's one of the guys, because I was looking at other guys. Drew Moss, he looked pretty good. I know on a spin, someone did a spin move with a Raiders dude, and he kind of, one of those, like the first drive he was in, he kind of got flipped, and it was a rough rep for him. But overall, I thought he was solid. Valdez, I thought his first series, he was looking really good against the double teams. But he really didn't splash at all. I didn't see him like quarterback pressure or anything like that. Didn't play bad. I thought he played good, but it was nothing that popped out. To me, it was the undrafted free agent that looked really good out there. I thought he was one of the better dudes out there. I know Nick Martin, the rookie, started off hot. You know, he made a few tackles, got a sack. I was like, all right. But then he missed 2 tackles after that. I'm like, oh, gosh. He was doing the same thing he did from week 1. But it wasn't a bad performance from Nick Martin. He looked pretty good. Yeah, but the guy that did struggle for me that I was watching, and it was just nothing. He got nothing going at all, was freaking, oh, man, our second round pick, Alfred Collins, man. He's been struggling, and I just didn't see it from here. Obviously, we know he doesn't have pass rush ability that much, but, dude, you got to get something. You got to kind of push the pocket a little bit. To me, Alfred Collins has had the roughest camp, and game footage out there, that out of all the dudes. It just, to me, it wasn't up to par what I would like to see from Alfred Collins, man. I don't know, man. We'll see. I know he's young, so you can't go out there and start saying to cut the dude, especially if you're a second round pick. But so far, just to me, nothing's popped from him. Nothing really has. He hasn't looked the part, man. He really hasn't. I know Jency was getting some good runs. I know he was out there with was it Kalia Davis. And yeah, they were getting some nice holes out there. So, I mean, that was a little disconcerting. But again, going back to Jacob Robinson, I say let this dude play a lot in this third game against the Chargers coming up and get as much tape as you can get out there. You know, I know people might get a little upset, like, oh, we have to kind of stash him. I think people have seen the tape already, how good he's looked. And so there's so many Niners reporters at the during the training camp where they're getting little nibbits about what's going on in camp. They're really specific, like these guys like Nick Wagner, Grant Lombardi, Larry Krueger. Those guys do a good job at saying what goes on in practice. And it seems like everyone's been talking about Jacob Robinson in practice. So I think no matter what, if you cut this guy, I don't know if you're going to be able to stash him. Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to stash this dude, you know. So to me, I'm going probably 6 cornerbacks, 6-7 cornerbacks. That's Lenore. Obviously, you can have Renardo, Upton, and to me, you got to go Lucas. Like, Lucas, I think he's been the best dude in preseason out there. Like, he's looked the best to me. And then Flowers, and then I go with this guy, this young undrafted free agent Robinson. I'd put him as a 6 cornerback, dude. I'd put him at 6 because there's something there, man. To me, there's something there. Like, cornerbacks, a lot of times, especially on one-on-ones, obviously you're on an island, and this dude's held his own. Like, he's held his own. And again, I don't know who those Raiders receivers are. I get it, but he was looking good, man. You're seeing other dudes like, oh gosh, Darrell Luter Jr., dude. Like, I'm sorry, like, he can't make this team no more. He has a curse, something about the Raiders Allegiant Stadium. We know about what happened in the Super Bowl where he freaking effed it up and had the fumble on the special teams, and he was getting worked out there. I know one play it was a bad pass, and then he was like, yeah, I stopped. I was like, bro, if it was a good pass, you'd have got scolded that play too. So to me, Darrell Luter Jr., he's out. Like, he's gone. I don't want to be mean, but yeah, I'll say it. He could kick rocks, dude. Like, what he did in the Super Bowl and what he's done since then. If he was at least good, I would be like, all right, give him a chance. He was a rookie when he made that mistake in the Super Bowl, but he's just not a good cornerback, in my opinion. He's too big, too lengthy, and I know he's fast, but he runs like Gumby out there. Like, to me, he's not a natural cornerback. You know, he's big, he's strong, but dude, when it comes to covering guys, he got, 3-4 catches, gave up on him like nothing. Like, it was just, I don't know, just his way he moves his hips and stuff. He's not really fluid, in my opinion. Jacob Robinson, on the other hand, he looks like, you look at him, oh yeah, dude, this dude's a corner. Yeah, a little light, but this dude could cover a dude. Like, if it's one-on-one, you know you have a good chance that this guy's going to get a pass breakup or at least compete. You know, with Luter Jr., man, I just think he gets worked too much. I really do think he gets worked too much. So if you had to choose between one of those two guys, I'm going Jacob Robinson all day, man. I'm going Jacob Robinson. Again, another solid ass preseason game. I know it's preseason, but what else could you ask? The regular season ain't here. So what else do you want him to do? You know, solid ass camp so far, and you got to give him a chance, man. That's all I'm saying. Give the dude a chance. He's looked good. That 4.3, was it 4.37, 4.38 speed? You could tell he has it, man. He has that agility that he uses on that field, and I was impressed with what I saw today against the Raiders. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. There's a lot of young guys. I got to watch the film again, see how they looked, you know. But I think Jacob Robinson, of all the rookies, he looked the best, you know. And again, if you're a cornerback and your name's not called, you're quiet out there, it means you're pretty much doing a good thing, unless you're exceeding it, like, you know, Lucas, getting sacks, getting interceptions. Obviously, Lucas, he's a veteran out there, but he deserves a chance. He locked his spot at making this team. I know Larry Krueger said last week it was a good game, but he's still going to get cut. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Even before that, I thought he was going to make this team. Now I think he's solidified his spot as a cornerback that will be on that 53-man roster. So Lucas, Robinson, I think are in. I got to get Luter out of there. And there's a few guys I can't think off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Trey Brown. I think he's hurt and stuff, but even when he was there, he was getting worked a lot too in camp. You know, he was just getting worked. I don't know. Trey Brown seems a little older. I remember him with Seattle. He was not really that great in coverage. So to me, he's got to go too. So those are the 2 guys out, and the 2 guys in are my boy, freaking Jacob Robinson and friggin' Lucas. So that's what I got, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. It was a solid ass game, man. That ending, man, was so cool. The interception, Mahoney, got to give it up to him. That was really great seeing that. And then you got obviously Moody making the kick, man. That was awesome, man. Seeing that. But yeah, that's what I got, man. I'll make a few videos later. But yeah, I really do like this young undrafted free agent class, man. They really did their thing. And I'm excited, man. I know we didn't get to see all the guys out there, but hopefully we get to see like guys like Mikael Williams at least a little bit next week. That would be good to see. But all right, man, I'm out. Talk to you later.